trying to do right, trying to do the right thing. I wake up in the morning, thank the Most High. Husband, 7 kids, thought I stopped at 5. A roller coaster ride, German Shepherd by my side. Love the holidays, come along for the ride. If you try to copy this and don't give me my props, I'm a train without brakes. Shot it can't be stopped. It's your mouth you drop. It's the mic I drop. I do it all from an Android. No help, no gigs, no props, no team of yes men, not even a laptop. Let's go. Well, I'm out here trying to do it again, y'all. Trying to give y'all another live because y'all know what my goal is. For those for those of you who watched my last live, you know what my goal is. And even if nobody watches now, if you just chime in a little bit later, I understand. I understand that everybody has a life, so I don't force anybody to watch all of my content. But it still feels good to get out here and get some fresh air. I had a rough night last night, y'all. And I'm really starting to come to the realization, hey, Wanda, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. I'm having a rough day this morning, but I'm not going to claim it. So I'm going to say I'm preparing for a good day. Yeah, I was up all night tossing and turning, and my hips, it's just one side this time. My right side was hurting so bad I couldn't get comfortable. And then what bothered me is when I started to lay on my left, side, my chest started to hurt. I hope I see you later going out doing your walk, Wanda. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good, and I hope to see you out a little later on. I always try to catch you when I can, and sometimes I'll see that I've missed you, and I'll try to go back for the playback. I try to keep a positive attitude. I try, but sometimes it gets a little hard. And when you sit up at night sometimes by yourself. Good morning, good morning. Era, I'm gonna see if I pronounced that right. Good morning, Era. Thanks for joining. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's a little chilly now. I got my little hoodie on. I always get on my kids about wearing their hoodies all the time. And then here it is, I found myself always throwing on my hoodie. So I guess they were kind of onto something, huh? The only thing is I can't wear the thick hoodies like them all day, every day. Thanks for joining, Sandra D. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. How are you, Sandra D? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just out here trying to get this little walk in because I have been having a lot of hip pain. I have an upcoming appointment, so I don't want to get too stiff and too down and out before my upcoming appointment. I always try my best to do really, really good between my appointments because I'm in hopes that my next appointment will be better. Y'all, please get to know each other in the chats and go visit each other. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to one another. Bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Good morning. Yes, what I like to do is in between my appointments, I try to do the best that I can. I try to eat good, try to get a little exercise in, even if it's not much, maybe 15 minutes. I try to get a little walk in or a little jump roping in. As y'all can see, I've hyped it up a little bit, pumped it up a little bit, and added on my push-ups. And I know that my doctor says she doesn't want me to push myself too hard because I do also have a heart murmur that has developed since being diagnosed. Since I started my treatment, I have developed a heart murmur. So she don't want me to go too hard with my jump ropes. You just got done walking, Sandra. I'm glad that you got out there, though, because I know and I understand that you have also had some issues going on. And I don't know what it is about you, but I get happy when I see that you posted something. Please keep posting, even if it's just a little something. And also, one day I see she start posting a little bit more. I see her out getting her walk in. Well, she's always done her walks, but I'm starting to get a little bit more notifications. I don't know if it's a notification thing or if it's something that you have done differently. But I have noticed that I see you more in my feed. I'm out here trying to walk, but I will admit those hip pains are pretty tough. And I'm a tough cookie. I like to think of myself as a tough cookie, but it's just one side, my right side, that hurts really bad. Oh my goodness, you gotta go get your tires rotated. I hate going doing anything they got to do with my car. I love my car, but I hate going to do anything for it. And it seems like my birthday just passed in April. It seems like every time my birthday comes around, that's when I get the most problems with my Good Morning Odom's Homestead. What's going on? I really like that channel. Y'all go check out Odom's Homestead. He got a lot of good stuff going over there. Blessings to you and your family. A lot of good stuff. You go back there with them grapes. I do not go back there with my grapes because, let me tell you, y'all gonna laugh at me now. I'm a tough cookie. Walk around with machete sometimes when I walk around in my yard. But one day, came up on a black snake, and it wasn't no little, it was a garden snake, but it wasn't a little one. And I said, oh no, I'm done. So now, I do not go back there with that grapevine unless my husband is back there. That way, I just run. Just throw my knife, throw whatever, and just run. See, I ain't no good, y'all. I'm supposed to be a tough cookie, but I ain't no good. I get back there with them grapes, and I'm just as mushy as ever. And walk back there like I'm tough. I try to make some noise, because, you know, back in the day, they used to say snakes ain't gonna move around too much if they hear noise, if they hear a lawnmower or something like that. But boy, I tell you, when I saw that thing, it was a little too big for me. Yeah, that was my neighbor said, because it was a black garden snake. And she was like, well, that's good. That mean they keeping rodents and other snakes away. Man, but when I tell you, when I saw how big that thing was, ooh, it wasn't no little bit. See, if it was a little snake, I probably would have picked it up and threw it or something and went on about my day. But yeah, I couldn't couldn't do it that day. Ever since then, now I go back there with the blueberries, and even when I go back there, I'm looking around every step I take. I'm looking. I'm moving the stick through the grass, like making sure I don't see nothing. I still love getting out there, and I love watching Odom's Homestead, because he seemed kind of down to earth. You know, he seemed like somebody who you can, you know, go hang with his family, barbecue, throw something on the grill. He gonna talk some real talk to you. He ain't trying to be fake and phony, you know. Ooh, 10 feet. Oh my God. What did you do? 10 feet. Oh my God. Please don't tell me you did like what my daddy would do. My daddy would show my mama, like if he catch something. Please don't tell me you did that. Did you go show the missus? Like, look what I just caught. Did you bring her to it? Like, come on, watch, look at this. Look at what your man did, baby. 10 feet, oh my God. Good morning. Oh my goodness. And then the she hates snakes. That's what I'm saying. I hate snakes. I mean, but like I said, if they were little, then I just, toss it, whatever. Toss it over the fence. Keep on going about my day. But I hate snakes too. I hate snakes too. Oh, you say you can grill? I already knew. I could tell by your conversation when you be having your lives going. You just seem like one of those country guys that you can, sit outside, have your lawn chair, and have some good conversation, And I appreciate that, because these days you don't get too many authentic people. And I appreciate the fact that you're a gardener, but at the same time, you don't pretend to know every single thing. If you experiment, you say, hey, I'm experimenting. I'm seeing how this work over here, or I'm seeing how this gonna do. You hate spiders, or you got that arachnophobia. Boy, I got a child that hates spiders so much to the point where it could be a little harmless little spider. He'll come flying upstairs. Mama, is a spider. I like, kill it. And I know that's harsh to say, because if somebody's scared of something, it's easy to tell them what to do. It's easy to say, kill it, or handle that. But when they got a fear of it, they don't want to get close to it, because they have a fear that it'll jump on them. Spiders are creepy. I could deal with spiders. It's the snakes. They just seem a little too, I don't know, they kind of make my flesh crawl a little bit. But I can pretty much handle a few things. Like I said in another video, I grew up with my granddaddy teaching me how to chase chickens and how to catch rabbit. Well, he used to set a trap for the rabbit. Even though he raised them, he set a trap for them. But that was when I was a little girl, because he passed when I was 11 years old. So that's one thing I do miss, is that good old down home type of upbringing. We don't have that no more. Now our children are so, spoiled, and they don't even know what certain things is. Like, I asked my daughter one day, I said, do you even know what a potted meat sandwich is? Do you even know what Vienna's on a cracker? I was just asking her different things, like, oh my God, I failed my child. And it's not like it's a struggle. It's just a part of my upbringing where I knew what to do if I was hungry. I didn't have to always go to the store if I was hungry, or I didn't have to always call on somebody else when I'm hungry. I knew how to get in the kitchen and make it happen. And let me tell you something, Sandra D. My daughter, she just graduated. She's 17 years old. And she has a lot. I mentioned it in my last live. My kids are pretty much spoiled. And I think I messed that up. Well, I ain't gonna say me. I'm gonna blame it on their daddy. I'm gonna blame it on somebody else. But anyway, she had got into the habit of saying, that I wasn't feeding her or it wasn't nothing in the house to eat. And I could be in the middle of cooking. And you know how when you're cooking, you don't want people all in the pots and pans and stuff while you're trying to cook. It ain't nothing to eat. I said, do you even know what it feels like to go into the pantry and get you a can of potted meat, add a little mayo to it, hook it up? She just stared at me like, huh? I said, there's some noodles in there too. You don't know how to hook up noodles? I know when I was growing up, that was the thing. Me and my friends, we used to have different ways that we liked our noodles. We had one friend that liked putting egg in his noodle. He'll scramble up an egg, and when his noodles was done, he would put the scrambled eggs in his noodles. Yeah, I think that's what it is, man. I think we have in the back of our head we want more for our kids. Your grandkids spoiled. I believe it. I believe it. I really think we be wanting more for our kids, and we want to see them have the things that we didn't have, and we just want to see a smile on their face, And I really, really wish I hadn't done that, because boy, when I tell you, I was asking questions, and they honestly was looking at me like I was crazy. I tried to bring everybody, when they was younger, I tried to bring everybody into the bathroom, try to show them how to clean down the bathroom. And I did that every weekend for, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 months. Do you know, some of them still act like, oh, you ain't never showed me how to, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Yes, you do. You're just not applying yourself. You're just not trying, because I've given you all the tools you need. I've taught you how to clean from top to bottom. Now you're just making excuses. But see, when I was growing up, of course, we weren't perfect. We weren't perfect at all. We was the outdoors kids. Our grandmama used to get on us about stuff like coming in and out the house, leaving her screen door open, letting flies in, stuff like that. And these kids these days, I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, we had chores. We had real deal chores. You talking about letting the trash overflow? No, never. You had to take the trash out. You had to wash the dishes. It was just life. We didn't know anything else. You better not let the teacher call while your mama at work. That's a big no-no. Teacher better not call while I'm at work, because then when you get home, you're going to get it 2 ways. You're going to get it 2 ways, mama and your daddy. Or if you're raised by your grandparents, I know I used to go to my grandparents' house during the summer. Or you're going to get it. In a tobacco field. What? Sandra D. Hey, I'm telling you, they don't understand. They don't understand. If I went over my grandparents' house during the summertime, and I'm just sitting in the living room watching, cartoons, or the Addams Family, the old one, the old black and white, the old black and white show. My granddaddy didn't go back and forth with us. He didn't have to argue with us. He would just simply say, put on your shoes. Let's go. We didn't know where we were going, what we were doing, but we didn't talk back. We put on our shoes, and he had enough hands on deck. All these grandkids over my house, oh, he had us out there working, picking things out the garden. We worked so much to the point where when we were growing up, we knew how to work a tractor. at a young age. We knew it was dangerous, but we knew how to work it. But when I tell y'all, these children wouldn't know what to do in a tobacco field. Odom, you done worked in the tobacco field too? Oh my God, when I tell y'all these children wouldn't even know what to do, they'll probably complain as soon as they get out there. They'll probably be, thinking of all kind of names to call you. This is very toxic. This is toxic. They have me working in a tobacco field. I cannot work under these circumstances. So, and I think it has a lot to do with society now too. Good morning. Society has changed some things around where they want the kids to be against the parents. They have taught them that if your parents get on you or correct you, they're wrong. You're right. And that's just not the way I was raised. And I will say this, I think the way I was raised had a lot to do with my mental strength later on. Simple stuff don't break me, We had to learn things that people go to training school for now. I didn't even realize people go to school now to learn how to be how to lay cement. I forgot what you call them, but I remember helping my granddad to lay cement. He didn't go to school for it. Matter of fact, he let all the cousins write their little names and put their handprint in it. Now you got people going to school to learn how to lay concrete. You got people going to school and reading all these big books on how to plant, how to grow. That was just something we were walking in the field with our granddad, and he said, now you see that over there? Now you don't want to put that over there, because see that right there need to be over here with more sunlight. See, that's how we was raised. We was raised where when your grandparents or your parents tell you, get down from there, that's dangerous. You just got down. And if you didn't get down, well, you know the consequences of that. Grandma might be rubbing some wet tobacco on you or something, or putting some turpentine. I don't know if y'all know nothing about that. I'm pretty sure Odom probably do. Man, see, that's why I said, man, you just seem like one of them guys that, when I tell you, my husband is a carpenter, and he thinks I don't know hardly anything. He don't know that I know how to hang sheetrock. He don't know. Like I said, my granddaddy did it all. He laid cement. He was a carpenter. He did all that. And sometimes he would just tell me, put shoes on, let's go. Not just me, all the cousins. Because we would be down there playing on my grandma had a piano in the living room. We'll be down there making up songs and joking around and stuff. And he'll just come and say, put your shoes on. You didn't argue, you didn't fuss. You just put shoes on. No telling what we would be doing. We might be hanging rabbit over an old trash can with fire. And I'm sitting there asking, I was an inquisitive child, y'all. I'm sitting there asking, why are we hanging Peter Cottontail over the fire? But you know what, though? I thank God for them days. He was in that tobacco field. Boy, when I tell you, if we wanted a clubhouse, we would go to the back of the house and get leftover lumber that my granddad had, for we didn't even know what for. We didn't even know if he needed it or not. But me and my cousin, we would just go back there, grab some old rusty nails that we done found back there, and we would just get the building. We would have us a little clubhouse in the backyard. We built a little bridge over the little creek. And it was a little rinky-dinky bridge, but it was ours, you know. Your husband can build anything, Sandra D, and cooks really good. Hey, that's a win-win. That's a win-win situation. You know what, Odom, I believe that. If you're old country boy like I think you is, I actually could tell you what was probably said to you when you were growing up, because it was said to me. You better get in here and learn how to fix something since you love to eat so much. That way you ain't never got to depend on nobody else. Is that what you were told, Odom? I'm just kind of guessing. Because that's what my grandparents told me. If you love to eat, you better get in here and learn how to cook something. So that way you won't have to depend on nobody else. And then sometimes she wouldn't let me really help her. But what she would do is tell me, sit down at that table, gal. Sit down at that table. And she would give me a little job to do. Separate this. Put this over there. And that's how I learned. My grandma would make dressing and pull out that same big green bowl. Every time I saw her pull that big green bowl out, I knew we're going to have some dressing. You'll never pick cotton again, boy. I passed the cotton field when I was riding with my friend out of state years ago. And I asked, I said, can we just stop? Can we just stop? We couldn't stop, though. We was on a mission. We was on the clock. I just wanted to stop and just see. I just wanted to pick a couple just to see. I knew it on my already. I could tell you that's how a lot of us grew up with the teachings of don't depend on nobody else. Learn how to do it for yourself. If you don't know exactly everything, you better sit here until you figure it out. Figure it out. Now the cars I am, my daughter, she with that. My daughter, she get excited when her dad out there like changing the oil or something. She wanna, why you didn't tell me? She flying down the steps trying to get out there. I ain't learned too much about the cars, but I did learn, like, as far as changing the tires, something like that. You know what the men in the family like. You need to go over there and subscribe to Odom. Y'all please support each other. We all in this thing. You know, we all got our different reasons. And I try my best to support as many people as I can. Can't support everybody the way I want to. But Odom is one of those guys where even if I don't say anything, I'll put a smiley face or something just to let them know I'm in there. You know, just to let them know I'm listening in while I'm doing something else. I'm always busy. I'm always taking the kids back and forth and cleaning the house. You know, getting things together for the garden or something. So most of the time when I'm listening to somebody's live, I'm busy, and I try to throw in some hearts or a smiley face just to let them know that, you know, I'm there. Haven't been fishing in years. And my uncle used to have fish fries just on the fly. We would all be sitting down at my grandma's house, and next thing you know, they pulling everything out, getting the grease ready. What's going on? Uncle done brought back some fish. So now, my dad out there singing and whistling and, and getting it together, and all the cousins on the porch or in the living room waiting till they tell us what to do. But them fish fries was something else. And when I tell y'all I miss those days, when you're young, you don't even think about it like that. But I was telling my kids too, I said when I got older, when I was a teenager, me and my cousins, we had been raised so much to be on the go that we couldn't even sit around during the summertime. We just, even though by then we did have games, we had the Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Have a blessed one, Sandra D. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. Have a great day, and I hope to see you posting something later on. I'll be there watching. Yeah, but I was telling my kids, I said, we had been raised where we didn't even get too comfortable like that. I mean, we enjoyed our home life, but we always found something to do. Always would find something to do. And when we got older, we started just hopping on the bus and going downtown or going to the dollar movie. That dollar movie don't even exist no more, but we used to just go do stuff that was free. Just go to the mall. We didn't buy crap because we didn't have much, but man, these kids these days, I don't know. They just get too comfortable. Y'all please make sure y'all go check each other's channel out and support each other. Man, what them chickens back there doing? They back there screaming. Oh man, ooh. Talking about having to go find your own switch. Oh, you can't do that these days. Oh, you're abusive. You're beating me. You're abusive. Oh God. Everybody's sensitive now. Everybody's sensitive. I had one grandmama that never whooped me, and I asked her when I was older. I said, "Why you ain't never whooped me?" She said, "I ain't never have a reason to. I guess the first time your daddy popped you, I guess you learned your lesson right then and there. 'Cause I ain't never had to whoop you." Man, you talking about you break something in the house that's valuable, or you get disrespectful, like smart off at the mouth, you're gonna get a whooping. Uh, and if you in one of them situations where you riding with them cousins again, I guess I'm gonna keep on talking about my cousins. Riding with them cousins and they can't figure out who did it, all y'all gonna get it. And I ain't gonna never forget, I was in elementary, and my grandmama came up there with a switch. And my grandmama didn't drive, so she had my granddaddy to drive her up to the school. And she was standing in the hallway with a switch behind her back. And the class was coming back from the library or something. Man, I saw my grandmama as soon as we hit that corner, standing in the hallway with a switch. Boy, but it taught us something. It taught us obedience. It taught us respect. And it also gave the community a level of, like they could trust each other. Like now, you might have one adult say, "Hey, if you catch my child down here doing it, let me know something." And the other adult might help your child cut up. Might give something to your child that could hurt them. So that's the world we're living in now. It used to be a time where the teachers would tell you, "Do I need to call your mama? Do I need to call your grandma?" And you would be scared. Like, "Please don't call my mama. Please don't call my grandma." Good morning. Good morning, Miss Kirkland likes good food. Good morning, good morning. I'm glad you joined me, even if it's for a short little spell. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to make it a great day. I was just letting them know I woke up with a little hip pain, but I'm not going to claim it, you know. I'm just going to keep moving around, try to see the positive side of things. Oh, man, Odom, when I tell you, my mama was a banker. And I used to beg, please don't call my mama while she at work. Because my mama used to be like, I better not get a phone call while I'm at work. Ooh, you gonna get it. I used to be begging them teachers, please don't call my mama. I promise I'd do extra. What you need me to do? I'd be after school like cleaning the erasers, clapping the erasers together, getting all the dust and chalk off the eraser. I'd be cleaning down the chalkboard. I would do anything. I would walk home from school if you just please don't call my mama. They don't know anything about that either. You get punished in class, you used to have to stay after and help clean the chalkboard. Back then we had the chalkboard. I went in my son's class, they was having something, and that teacher posted everything from her laptop. She's sitting at her desk in the back, and she could just click a button on her laptop, and everything come up on the little whiteboard screen. I was like, what kind of, no wonder these children don't know how to write. Well, mine, I made them learn, like during the summertime when I saw that the classes weren't learning cursive anymore. That was a few years back. During the summertime, I made my children sit at the dining room table and work on their writing because I thought that was just weird, that wasn't being taught. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, I remember hearing my auntie one time say, I want you to call the police. Please call the police. I will whoop your tail. She wasn't talking to me. She was talking to one of my cousins. She said, please call the police. I'll whoop your tail right here in front of the police. Then they could do whatever they got to do with me. But you mine. You mine. And now, it's just not like that no more, man.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Unfortunately, it's not like that no more where you can't correct when you see an issue. They don't even want you to do time out no more. Did y'all know that? I got my son worksheet, all her subjects, because some of these teachers are lazy. Now, exactly. Exactly. I went to a store called School Box, and what I did was I got a workbook for the next grade up, and that's how I work with my kids. If they was in the second grade, I would get a third grade workbook, and during the summertime I would make them work on that workbook like maybe 2 pages at a time or however the instructions would tell you. And when I was growing up, we had the highlights magazine, so what I did was I started getting back involved with highlights, and that helped. I got you, Odom. Yeah. I don't understand now with the whole school system. Like I said, I sat in that classroom and I was looking like, they don't write on the board. Like, they went from the chalkboard to the dry erase board. I get it. I understand. So like I said, when I went in that class, they weren't even writing on the whiteboard no more. They just clicking things from their laptop and it just bam pop up on the screen. And if they wanted to erase something off, they just click it and it goes off the screen. They click something else, and it was all typed out. Nothing was written. So that was a little bothersome for me, because that's how kids learn. They watching you write on the chalkboard or on the dry erase board. you're giving them examples on the board. They're able to come up to the board and work different problems. And we used to have teams. We used to actually compete against each other in the classroom. Good morning.
Good morning.
We used to compete against each other in the classroom. We'll be screaming at each other like, no, no, that's the wrong answer. Put the other one, put the other one. I mean, I was very competitive, so I was standing up and everything, screaming. But I learned. Yeah, they're so smart that I feel like we're not tapping into their full potential. My 8-year old says words that I didn't even know when I was 8. They are very smart. And I feel like we are not tapping into that. Like we've created these little geniuses, but at the same time when they go to school it's like they're teaching them like they're dumb. These are little geniuses. We need to really, really hone in on that and say, you know what, these kids are smart. Let's go ahead and make sure they know how to write. Make sure they know how to write cursive. I believe it. I believe it, Miss Kirkland. I'm telling you, these little kids are wise beyond their years. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
All right. These little kids are wise beyond their years. It's like you talking to them and you talking to a little wise old man or something. I know my 8-year old. When he talks to me, it's like sometimes I have to remind myself, this is my child. This is an 8-year old. Very inquisitive, very knowledgeable of everything, and he'll throw out little random facts. Y'all let me know if y'all kids or grandkids do that. Exactly. Odom, I'm with you. I'm with you. I believe they dumbing them down. They dumbing them down. Because they're too smart to be sitting there and not really learning. Now go to a they gotta go to a trade school to learn how to do hair. When I was growing up, some girls just had that niche. Some girls just had that in them where that's what they did. They did hair and they would do it in the kitchen. Or they would, hell, sometimes they would do it at the school, in the school bathroom. Girl, I'll hook you up. The math situation, me and my son, we actually had a little competition ourselves where we were trying to see whose math worked the best. And y'all, when I tell you he had to go through so many curves and stuff to get to his point, and I said, why you doing all that? All you gotta do is this. All day, me and my husband, we were just talking about that. My husband not from here, so sometimes we sit and we compare stories, and we still kind of parallel. We was talking about how kids. Good morning. Let's talk about it with Toya, my sister. Good morning. Good morning. I got out here early trying to move around, trying to move these hips around. My right side bothering me, but we're gonna be all right. So we in here, y'all get to know each other now. We in here discussing the children these days, and me and my husband, we were just talking about how now the children are not required to play outside in the mornings. Man, when I was growing up, that was automatic. We went outside every morning for about 15 to 30 minutes. We would stand on the dot. They had these orange dots out there, and we would do jumping jacks. We would run in place, reach for the sky. We exercised in the morning. We got that little bit of sunlight. When we came back in from recess, we would take a little sip of water. Sometimes sit with quiet time first, and we would have real school. A D, man, that was just like getting an F. older your older your sister would have. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to certain things, I can help my kids as far as writing and um, writing an official letter, or it's certain things like that they're not teaching them. We had a class where that's what we did. We would learn how to address a letter, how to um, compose the letter in a proper way, how to end the letter. Then we would learn how to mail it out. And we actually had people, we would mail these letters out and they would respond. They don't do that anymore. Yeah, 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 it is. It is. But me and my husband, we was talking about how when we was in school, we had to go outside for a good 15, 30 minutes. And they would have a big fence around the back area in the school. And now my son was like, we don't go to the gym every day. He was like, on PE day. I'm like, what? He was like, on PE day or on gym day, we would go to the gym for a few minutes. Um, but he was like, then we have art. I forgot what they called it, but they call it something where one day they will have computer, one day they will have art, one day they will have. It's like they switched up. Yeah, my mama didn't play that either. My mama used to make us leave our report cards and stuff on the dining room table, and she would actually go through it with a fine tooth comb. Oh, so you must be cutting up in school. So why you got this? You know you can do better than this, cause I've seen you, like, you know. And my grandmama too, she'll be like, now you know you smarter than this. And that would be with like a B. You'd be like, it's a B. You'd be happy to get the B. This should have been an A, cause I've seen you do it. And I know you know what you're doing. Spelling tests, we had spelling tests every Friday. Toya, I'm reading your comment. I'm sorry. Yeah, and they do pick what they want to teach, and it's sad because when I was growing up, we had to learn the basics. We had to learn how to write. We had to learn the proper greeting. We had to, when we walked through the school, it was yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir. You know, and you would get corrected on the spot by any teacher, any administrator. If you holler yeah or no, it was a correction, automatic. Yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Um, when we were doing our classwork, our teachers didn't give us like a choice. You can either do this or either do no, 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 no. Today we working on this, and that was it. It wasn't a choice of which multiplication. We went in columns. We learned our zeros. We learned our ones and twos. We learned our threes. We went so forth and so on. And then by the end of the school year, we knew how to just call them out. And like I said, those spelling tests really helped me. I was in a thing called the reading lab, because at first, I had a little issue where I just didn't want. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I just didn't want to, because once I got into reading, I was, I was all in. But when I first got into the reading lab, they were saying like I wasn't taking in everything that I was reading. I was just reading. I was just saying the words, but I wasn't really taking in what I was reading. I don't know what happened to it, Toya. Let's talk about it. What Toya says, whatever happened to cursive writing, manners, and basic self-care needs? I don't know. we got on the whole cursive writing a little earlier. When I saw that my kids were not learning how to write cursive, it kind of made me sad. Because I was like, what are they going to do when they get out into the workforce and they're told to sign their name here? When they get their license and they're told, sign your name. So I had to sit and just kind of try to work with them. But like I said, the school system and today's society have them thinking if your mom try to work with you, or if your mom trying to tell you this, she's wrong. She's toxic. She's no, you're invading my privacy and all that kind of crap. And they gotta understand when your mom and daddy trying to teach you something. Trust me when I tell you, it's for your own good. Cause we the ones that brought you in the world. We the ones that love you and want you to. We want you to succeed. Yes, we want to see our kids have the best, be the best. So when we try to tell our kids like, hey, let's get out here and put this together, or let's learn how to do this, they looking at you sideways now. like, like I don't want to do that. It's not what you want to do. It's what I what I feel that you will need later in life. Everything is technology now, so that's probably why they're not teaching them how to write in cursive. Ooh, yeah, I had home economics. Nope, they don't. They don't teach them any of that. I had home economics, and we had to learn how to. We had to. Well, eventually at the end of the class, I had to crochet a baby blanket. I hated that crap, but we had to learn how to follow a simple recipe. That was the main thing in my home economics class. We had to learn how to follow a basic recipe, and we had to learn how to manage the home income. We had to learn how to write out the bills, what came in, what each bill was, and we had to learn how to do that. And they don't do that anymore. Yeah, it. Toya said it starts at home. Um, you're absolutely right. It does start at home, but now you're going against the grain because they're teaching our kids that when your parents trying to teach you something, that your parents are the enemy. So now it's like now you have to really hone in on that, pulling your kids in and say, hey, I love you. This is why I'm teaching you this. I don't want you to get out there and not have the tools that you need in life. And it's hard sometimes because, hey, I got 7 kids, so I could tell you personally that each child has their own personality. So you may have one that goes completely against what you're saying because they want to test. They want to test it out. And you might have another child that's completely on board. You might have one child that wants to know what all mama got to say or what all mama got to do because they've watched mama work it out. Yeah, I got Toya. I know you get it because you have two completely they're in completely opposite. But your two boys, I could see that you got one that's more country. Me and my husband call him the cowboy. He the cowboy. My husband the cowboy, so he be really into that. Okay, and talking about when somebody can get in the kitchen and throw something together. When somebody tell me we ain't got nothing to eat, we ain't got nothing to eat. You talking about I can get in there and I can throw something together. Some of them videos y'all see what I when I posted like our dinners and stuff, people be like, oh your plates be looking like a restaurant or whatever. That be some good old fashioned food that I grew up with. Some fried pork chops, some mashed potatoes, like stuff that I grew up with. So people be saying, "Oh, you got some nice food." It be food that we got. I believe it, and trust me when I tell you, Toya, I know how I feel to have kids that are night and day. And then the crazy part about it, I got 2 sets of twins. Both sets of my twins have different personalities. It's like one twin is clean, One twin, you got to pick up out him all the time because he got half empty water bottles. And I be sitting there looking like, I hope you don't think I'm going to clean that up. You better get on it. And that's with both sets of twins.
All of them ready
I
to
guess I'm going to have to get up from here, y'all. But, let's see. Oh, no. I'm going to get out y'all way. But, 16 and 11, that's a jump. I'm talking like my kids ain't a jump, y'all. Fried pork chops and gravy, man. Oh, when I tell you, my kids was telling me we ain't had nothing to eat one day, and I made a video where I cooked this, and I looked in there and I was like, man, we got some turkey in the freezer, and I pulled that turkey out and made some gravy, put some rice in the rice cooker, and they were eating like, and they were like, they're good, they're good. Made a little cornbread on the side. They're good, they're good. Mom, they're good, they're good. This is what we had. Y'all just didn't even try. And it ain't like I haven't shown my kids. They acting like we ain't got nothing to eat. You go in there and if it's some meat in that fridge or that freezer, just go on and take it out in the morning. Well, if it's in the freezer, I just say, go on and take it out in the morning. You never know. This evening you might have a hankering for something, you know. might just feel a little rumble in your tummy. People be like, oh, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that. Look, if you feel like going to buy me a $500 juicer, and if you feel like going to the store and buying me some fresh fruits and vegetables every day, feel free to do so. Odom, you don't even look like you got no 30-year-old. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You don't even look like you got no grown kids like that. My oldest kids are 22. 22. Twins. Miss Kirkland, when I tell you one of my twins, he's the book guy. And that's the one that doctors had told me when he was about 2. They was like, oh, he has sickle cell. He's going to have a tough life. Then when he was in school, he didn't even talk until he was 6 years old. That's another reason why I don't criticize parents. I know y'all probably have noticed that. I don't criticize parents because you never know what their story is. My oldest son, they told me he was not going to talk at all. And now his twin is nonverbal. But when I tell you prayer changes things, and I ain't trying to go off into that right now, but I'm just gonna be honest, prayer changes things. Ain't got to mighty oh you boy, that man, that country living been doing you some good. Did I read that right? I gotta scroll and see. 8 grandkids. That man got a 30-year-old. I need to start seeing what all you planting in your garden. I ain't no hater. I be trying to see what you doing that I need to do. You know, some people will be haters. You 48? Okay. That sounds about right, because I had my set of twins when I was 21. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 44, so yeah, I was young and dumb. I wish I would have held off a little bit, but at the same time, my kids, they bring me some joy. So my oldest boys, I had it rough when I had them. Man, them doctors was telling me everything. They were saying my son might not even make it past the age 12. That boy 22 years old now. He done lived through sickle cell, and he's a brain tumor survivor. Don't let these doctors tell you nothing about your child. Whew. I ain't got that many girls around. I just got one daughter, just one girl roaming around the house. And I don't know how to take it because she got an attitude. Both of us got an attitude. Miss Kirkland, Miss Kirkland said I started at 25, did 35. Man, when I tell you, when they told me I was pregnant with my second set of twins, I thought I was going through the change. I was working security then, and I just knew I had some issues going on. And I called the doctor. I go in there. She told me, yeah, you're going through a change, all right. She tapped my husband on the leg and said, don't mess with her no more, because Fertile Myrtle is about to have 2 babies. I said, twins again? Got to be kidding me. I was like, I'm in my 40s. What I look like chasing babies? Babies. I could see if I would have had one, then it is what it is. But 2, and I don't get a lot of help. You know how some people be saying they drop their kids off over their mama house or their cousin, sister house or whatever. No, not around these here parts. I struggle with that stroller by myself. God knew you weren't ready at 15, but that was, let me see, when I lost my first set, because I actually went through miscarriage first before my boys were born. So I feel you. Sandra D done popped back in. Sandra, we done talked about some of everything. We done talked about how we grew up in the country. We done talked about the way the children are being raised now and how the school system is doing with our kids. We just been talking about everything. Sandra D is back. Man, y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so disappointed when I saw some of the books that my son said that they can't read at the school anymore. I was like, what? It was like books that we grew up with. Like, why y'all can't read this? He was like, I don't know. Simple books. What you mean y'all can't read this? Oh, but let it be a book with some, uh, some sexual things in there. Oh, they could read that. I'm taking another sit down, y'all. My hips. I gotta get back to my car, but my hips. Oh, I won't wish this on my worst enemy. But I'm gonna be all right though. It's hip pain. Good morning. All right, Odom. I appreciate you for coming in. Thank you so much. It's been real talking to you. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thank you, Toya. I know. Sometimes when you talking, I can't even chat in your chat because I get a little emotional because I know you feel me from a different level that other people don't understand. And sometimes it brings me a little, thank you so much. Sometimes it brings me a little bit of push to know that some people out there that have actually watched somebody fight is cheering for me. That, that gives me a little push that I need sometimes, y'all. Odom is a real nice guy. I really encourage all of y'all to go over and check his channel out. When he do his lives, he just basically be sitting there like, talking like you talking to an old friend on the porch or something. So if you ever, like I said, I can't check out everybody's live all the time. I can't sit through 2-hour lives all the time. But if I see somebody's trying to make a goal, if I see somebody is really trying to reach a certain amount of watch hours or something like that, I will just let you play in the background while I'm doing what I gotta do. Thank you, Toya. Thank you, Toya. You you are a true inspiration, motivation for me. Like I said, when I was sitting in that infusion room and I was a little down and out because I don't have the same support that other people have. So I sit and I just put my headphones on and kind of tune out, zone out. And watching you sometimes when you throw them hats on and stuff and you just be smiling and dancing, it, it just put a smile on my face. I just like watching people that put a smile on me. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not gonna push myself too hard. I know. I just want to get out here and move around, move these bones around a little bit. And I'm hoping you feel better soon, Sandra D. I hate that you. It's like soon as you started really, putting your dancing videos out there, it's like, and that's when it always hits you. As soon as you like, you in your vibe, you doing it, then something happened. But you know what? We're gonna pray against that, and we're gonna pray that Miss Sandra D get back up and out and doing her thing. Yeah, man. You know, I have noticed too that a lot of people um, don't support the people who they originally supported. But I will say that Toya is one of those that's constant. I don't even know if I'm using the right words, but I think y'all get it. Girl, it's impossible to watch your uploads because you upload so much. Sometimes I be driving or whatever. By the time I get back home, it look like you done posted about 5 or 6, and I be like, what is she doing? So I have to watch yours like a little bit at a time so that I can still do what I need to do at home. But trust me when I tell you, I make it my business when I prop up in that bed to try to catch up with you. I know you try, Miss Sandra D. I know, and I'm hoping that you are very successful and your numbers get up there fast. Yeah, Miss Kirkland know how Toya is. Yep. She I remember when she first found my found out what my story was, and she got very emotional. Toya got very emotional, and I just couldn't do nothing but send her some hearts in the chat. Um, but that's how it gets when you, like I said, when you have watched a loved one go through this, and you watch somebody else go through it. It's emotional. Yeah, man, Toya get on there and be like, look, y'all ain't got to pay me no hundreds of dollars. Let me show you real quick how to pull this up. Let me show you how to do this. And she'll just do it real quick on a shorts or on a live video or something. She'll be like, hey, tune in this evening and we going to figure this thing out together. Or either if she already know how to do it, she going to say, let me show y'all how to do a thumbnail. You ain't got to pay me no hundreds of dollars. Yeah, if she know you nervous or something, she'll say, man, just go and get out there. You ain't even got to put the camera on yourself. Just go and get out there. Miss Kirkland, she the one got me up on you. I think she had posted it or something. I don't know. When Toya post stuff, I don't even know if it be a post, a short, a video, or whatever. But like I said, I always try to support. And then I saw your name, and she was like, go check my sister out. Like, if Toya recommending her, then why not? And when I went, I liked what I saw. So it is what it is. And I could tell that you want to see people win. I want to see people win too, but I'm starting to not like some of the things that I see. Good morning. I'm starting not to like some of the things that I'm seeing. It seems like people are doing anything now. I ain't trying to do anything. Y'all gonna get me What y'all see is me for real. I think Toy said that when she was at the lake. She was at the lake and she said, I'm finna get off this live because y'all know I gotta bust out a couple of dance moves while I'm out here. But somewhere in that live she said, what you get is me. And I'm with her on that. If you see me in person, I'm with Toya on this. She said it 100% in her video she did at the lake. And I'm with her on this. I think she was at the lake. But she said, hey y'all, when you see me, she said, this is me authentically. And I feel the same way. If you was to see me in person, I would be the same person you see on these here videos. I ain't changing for nobody. I ain't trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to have somebody else's blessing. Cause my mama used to always tell me, don't ever wish for what somebody else got, cause you never know how they got it. And I didn't understand it when I was little, but I get it now. You never know how somebody else got that blessing that they got. So don't ever wish for somebody else's blessing. That's what God has for them is for them. What God has for me is for me. Y'all gonna get complete me. You gonna get Renae. You see me in public, you gonna say that girl act the same way she do on her videos. I try not to talk much because I know I'm country. I know I got an accent. I've had people point that out to me. But y'all don't know how country I am because I try to fix it up a little bit. I try to I try to tone my countryness down just a tad bit, and the only reason why I do that is so y'all can understand what I'm saying. But if y'all knew how many times I say shouty in a day, y'all would be disturbed. some people learn some people learn where I'm from when they just hear me talk for real. I say shouty for everything. I say shouty if I'm mad at you, and I say shouty when I'm happy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I say shout it for good things and shout it for bad things. If you messing with me and I feel like you going a little too far, I'm say shout it, shout it. That's my way of saying you might want to bring it down a notch. But when you my homegirl or something and I see you doing something that you really been want to do, I'm gonna say shout it, like you did that. So I'm country. Like they got this song out now called Ski, and I'm like, y'all just don't know that. Where I'm from, that meant something for real. That's you might not want to be in the street hollering no ski. No, they got these children out here hollering that shit, and they don't even know where it come from. That's all, that's all we can be is true and genuine. You know who else I know who is truly genuine, and I met a lot of people that I follow on here, and I know she probably is not gonna see this, cause she is very busy with her two girls. But I used to sit and get baby Cinco together in the morning. You know how you do. You know how you grease your children up in the morning and stuff, so that before they go off to school, and then they come back home from school looking like who did it and why. So yeah, in the morning I would be greasing baby Cinco up and trying to get him ready for school. And I used to listen to Always Tam Tam in the morning. She has not changed one bit. A lot of us met each other through her, but I have noticed that a lot of people that I met through her are not watching her. They're not, as active as they used to be. So the way I see it is I'm finna support her even more now. Even more. Because I don't like that. If you know you met everybody through this one person, she's genuine. She's always on her motivation tip. She's always about God, um, and about taking care of her family. She be cooking and stuff. So I like watching people who are genuine. I like watching people who um, they're not trying to be aesthetically pleasing and all of that. Y'all see how my kitchen is. My kitchen is not one of those out of a magazine type kitchen. I really don't even want no kitchen like that because I got kids. So when you got kids, you don't be wanting to have all white everything and house be looking all boring. My house look lived in, okay? It ain't junky, but it's lived in. Oh yeah, I'm praying for Sandra D. I don't know what it is about Sandra D, but ever since I came across her, I think it was on your channel, Toy. Ever since I came across her, it's just been like a little soft spot in my heart for Sandra D. And I'm really praying for her healing. I really am. And she seemed like another one of those people where you could be at the cookout with her and, just talk crap, laugh about a few things. Her and her brother. Oh my God. Did y'all see the live? I mean, I don't even think it was a live. Did y'all see the videos, the shorts she was putting up with her and her brother? Saturday, you gotta get your brother back on with you. He just seemed like a cool guy. Y'all seem like the type that would sit out with you and just have a good old time. Y'all know, good morning. Y'all know I'm the type where I'm gonna do a line dance. I'm gonna joke with you. We're gonna have us a good time. I'm gonna smile. Toya was at her family cookout not too long ago, and she was dancing at the cookout tomorrow. I'm working at the cookout. I said, get it, Toya. They're having a family cookout or whatever. She still had to get in a couple of dances. Yeah, I watch y'all for real, man. I don't know if it was alive or not. I think she had did some shorts with her brother, and they was at the fair, and it was so funny seeing her brother react to like the rides and stuff. You know, he had his shades on. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He was trying to be cool at first. Yeah, Sandra D, I don't know if she do lives or not, but I do know she will hit you with them shorts. Yeah, she will hit you with them shorts. And I love to watch when people put up a lot of shorts because, like I said, sometimes I'm busy and stuff, and sometimes I'm just scrolling. So when you put up little quick little shorts or funny, a little something to make me laugh, you kind of catch me like that. Y'all please check each other out because when I tell you sometimes when I'm having a down day, it be the simple things like that, watching somebody's video where they dancing, laughing, talking, that'll take your mind off of whatever is going on in your life. Just like now, I'm out here walking around. Y'all wouldn't even know. Last night I had a really, really rough night. I was up crying like a big baby. Yeah, Miss Sandra trying to put out her shorts. Miss Kirkland, I know you said you was gonna try to start getting some lives out there. I will be on the lookout for that. I told you I already know. If I don't watch every single video she do, she knows that I'm there. Toya is so funny because Toya will come on her live and say, look y'all, I'm about to cook some salmon, and she would prop that camera up and be like, this y'all finna watch me cook this salmon. And that's what her live will be, her cooking breakfast for her boys or something. And I love it. But sometimes she just say some real stuff. I love being around real people. Be real. Don't be fake about everything. Don't act like your life's so perfect all the time. Everybody's life ain't perfect. I was gonna do some tomorrow. I was gonna do some gospel songs tomorrow. I'm hoping I feel better by tomorrow. Um, yeah, Miss Sandra, Toya be cooking, and she be like, "Look, y'all finna watch me fry up this chicken. Y'all finna can't nobody say she don't feed her family. I will tell you that. If anybody say she don't feed her family, all they gotta do is just pull up her videos. The devil is a lie." Look at her. She always throwing out some little tidbits. The weekend is when you get most of your views. Just FYI. That's somebody who love to see. She one of them friends that everybody need in their life. She one of them friends that be happy for you when you do something. She be in the crowd like, yeah, girl, yeah. Toya is one of them friends. She one of them friends that you wish you had when you was younger, when you had your hating friends, you know. I was just about to say a cuss word. Y'all know I got on here because y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. Toya, you already know. When I saw you on in a certain area, I was like, let me find out my sister. Let me find out my sister just an hour away. Let me find out. I'm not, I'm not that no more, but that was one of my old stomping grounds. That was one of my old stomping grounds. It ain't never about a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, man, Toya is one of them content creators that be like, look, this how we gonna do this here. I want all y'all to tune in this evening at 4 o'clock. I'm just making up a time, but this is how she do. Toya be like, oh, we closer than you. Oh, okay. Girl, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Because I'd be like, girl, come on, let's meet up. Toya the type where she'll say, hey, we got another content creator telling y'all got to pay her $300 to show y'all how to do a thumbnail. Tune in at 4 o'clock and I'll show y'all how to do a thumbnail. Yeah, I ain't gonna discuss nobody's location. I don't discuss nobody's location. But I think the only reason why I started saying what state I'm in is because I am a grower. So some people want to know what state or what zone so that they can see if they can grow the same things that I grow. But like I said, I'm a country girl, so we figure it out either way. I know when I first moved, I ain't had nothing but red clay dirt. Red clay dirt. And I was like, shoot, I'm gonna make this work. Keep your money, I got you. And that's exactly what you be saying in some of your, I got you. They should say, I got you. I got you. And I'm learning some things because when I used to do YouTube a while ago, we didn't have all these other extras. We didn't have YouTube Studio. We didn't have to have a certain amount of watch hours. When I had YouTube the first time when I was doing my natural hair, we only had to have 1,000 subscribers. That was it. Sandra D, I know you country talking about a tobacco field. That ain't nothing but country. Yeah, well, I'm making it back around here to my car. And I tried to get a little time in today because y'all know what my goal is now. I'm trying to rack up on my watch hours so that I can become monetized. And when I come monetized, I want Let's Talk About It with Toya to celebrate with me. When I get monetized, Let's Talk About It with Toya Gotta celebrate with me. I don't care if we gotta do it live together and we celebrate like that. We gonna have to do it like that. Y'all, they done turned this water sprinkler thing on. And when I tell you the whole park smell like bleach, how much bleach do they put in those things? I'm finna walk around now just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I'm on my way to my car, really. But at the same time, I wish y'all could. I wish I had smell-o-vision. This water feature smells like pure bleach. Which reminds me, I gotta clean down my kitchen when I get to the house. I like the smell of bleach when I'm cleaning. I don't know why, but I do. Yeah, I'm not gonna go live every day, but I appreciate you, Toya, for coming in. Because I do know that you are a busy, busy woman. And I know that you have kids. Anytime I know somebody have kids, I try to be very respectful of their time. So I do really appreciate you for coming in. Thank you so much. It's the water feature that smells like pure bleach. Y'all, it smells like I'm at White Waters. All right, Sandra D. All right, Miss Kirkland. All right, let's talk about it with Toya. All right, Odom's Homestead. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you, Miss Kirkland, so much for stopping in. I enjoyed your live yesterday. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm about to get off y'all because I'm around here at my car now. So I really appreciate y'all for joining in and just listening to me ramble. Until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Bye.